major tech giants have united on a shared standard for AI agent plugins, signaling a massive shift in how LLMs interact with external tools. Meanwhile, Kubernetes introduces dynamic resource allocation to solve GPU scheduling pain, and AWS Lambda boosts network bandwidth up to 3,000 Mbps. We also look at a security scare where Claude was served a malicious payload to wipe its working directory alongside OpenCost's new Kubernetes inference cost tracking. From Linux rejecting LLM-generated patches to DynamoDB adding real-time vector search, we cover the critical updates shaping the future of DevOps and AI. Here are the 10 stories we'll cover this week. Building AI agents just got a lot easier. Tech giants Amazon, Cursor, Microsoft, OpenAI, and Vercel have joined forces to establish a unified standard for AI agent plugins. Previously, developers had to build custom integrations for every different LLM and platform. This new open standard allows a single plugin to run seamlessly across different ecosystems. By simplifying how agents interact with external tools and APIs, this alliance hopes to accelerate the deployment of production-ready AI agents and eliminate ecosystem lock-in. For years, scheduling GPUs in Kubernetes meant dealing with rigid, integer-based limits and complex workarounds. Dynamic resource allocation, or DRA, changes the game. Moving beyond the old device plugin framework, DRA allows containers to claim GPUs and other hardware dynamically with fine-grained control. This means you can now share GPUs across pods, configure parameters on the fly, and drastically reduce idle hardware costs. As DRA matures, it is set to become the standard for running heavy machine learning and compute workloads on Kubernetes. AI agents are increasingly trusted to browse the web and execute local commands, but a new security report highlights the extreme risks of indirect prompt injection. A website served a payload specifically designed for Claude agents. When the AI parsed the page, the hidden instructions hijacked its execution flow, commanding the agent to completely wipe its active working directory. This real-world exploit proves that without strict sandboxing, letting AI agents browse untrusted web content can lead to immediate, catastrophic data loss. AWS Lambda has just unlocked a massive performance boost for functions running outside of a VPC. You can now scale your network bandwidth up to 3,000 megabits per second. This is a game changer for latency-sensitive workloads, such as real-time data processing, machine learning inference, and large file transfers. Previously, network throughput was tightly bound to function size, but this update ensures your serverless applications can ingest and output data faster than ever without unnecessary scaling workarounds. OpenAI is making its advanced GPT-5.6 model significantly more accessible for developers. In a surprise update to its API, the company has slashed input and output token pricing, making high-intelligence workflows much more cost-effective. Alongside the price drop, OpenAI introduced a new, fast execution mode. This mode optimizes routing and compute allocation to deliver responses much faster, addressing a major bottleneck for real-time agentic applications. For DevOps teams orchestrating LLM pipelines, this means lower cloud spend and snappier user experiences. Amazon DynamoDB has officially launched general availability for real-time vector search. Traditionally, performing vector search at scale required syncing your DynamoDB data to a separate search engine or vector database, introducing latency and operational complexity. Now, you can store, index, and query vector embeddings directly within DynamoDB with single-digit millisecond latency. This built-in capability makes it incredibly easy to build high-performance, generative AI applications and recommendation engines without managing extra infrastructure. As enterprises scale up their AI workloads, GPU bills are skyrocketing, but platform teams have been operating in a fog when it comes to actual model serving costs. OpenCost version 1.1.21.0 changes that. This release introduces a first-of-its-kind Kubernetes inference cost tracking capability. By mapping GPU utilization directly to specific LLMs and inference engines, teams can finally calculate the exact cost per token. This brings much-needed financial visibility to platform engineers struggling to budget for massive AI deployments. The Linux kernel staging area is officially rejecting patches generated by large language models unless they address verified, real-world security vulnerabilities. Maintainer. Greg Crowe-Hartman announced the policy shift after being flooded with low-quality, AI-generated submissions. While these patches often look correct at first glance, they frequently introduce subtle bugs or waste developer time on non-existent issues. This decision highlights a growing backlash among open-source maintainers who are overwhelmed by automated, low-effort contributions that prioritize quantity over quality. Anthropic's Model Context Protocol, or MCP, is shifting to a stateless architecture. Previously, MCP servers had to maintain complex session states to connect LLMs with local tools and data sources. By going stateless, developers can now deploy MCP servers as lightweight, ephemeral serverless functions on platforms like AWS Lambda or Cloudflare workers. This drastically simplifies agent infrastructure, slashes hosting costs, and allows your AI agent stacks to scale horizontally without worrying about broken connections or state synchronization. Google Cloud has introduced quantum-safe key import in preview for its cloud key management service. As quantum computing advances, traditional encryption algorithms risk being cracked. To get ahead of this threat, Cloud KMS now supports the HPK import method, allowing organizations to securely transition their cryptographic keys to post-quantum algorithms. This update ensures that highly sensitive data remains protected against future decryption risks, giving security teams a crucial head start in post-quantum migration. That wraps up this round of DevOps and AI breakthroughs. To stay ahead of the curve and access the tools mentioned, head over to OpsKit.tools. Keep building, keep automating, and we will see you in the next update.